With the current standard of today's mid-range smartphones, it is apparent that they are navigating towards selfie-centric devices. Among these smartphones are the Samsung Galaxy J7 Plus and the OPPO F5. Hey guys, this is Kim from Yugatech, and today we will be checking out these two smartphones and see which one will come out on top. The Samsung J7 Plus has this familiar design language akin to its J7 Pro sibling. It has an all-metal unibody and slim side bezels, making the smartphone look and feel premium while being quite hefty. It sports a 5.5-inch display with a 1920 by 1080 screen resolution that amounts to 401 pixels per inch, or pixel density. Its fingerprint scanner is at the menu button in between the non-lit capacitive navigation buttons. The OPPO F5 follows today's trend of 18 by 9 screen aspect ratio smartphones. Its narrow bezels, curved edges, and unique body design makes the device sleek to look at. It has a 6-inch display with a 2160 by 1080 screen resolution that amounts to 402 pixels per inch. The fingerprint scanner for this device is located at the back just under its rear camera. Looking at their displays, there are two major differences on the smartphones. The J7 Plus carries a 5.5-inch screen size with a Super AMOLED type of display. This means that the display being produced will have a sharper image, darker blacks, and brighter whites. As for the F5, it has a 6-inch size with an IPS type of display, which gives off a more natural color. Both display types are good, but the weakness of the Super AMOLED is that it has a risk of burn-in, or the decay of pixel quality over time, while the IPS draws more power from the smartphone. For viewing experience, a larger screen size is most likely favorable for the users. Moving on to their memory and internal storage, they both have the same 4GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage. One main difference is that the F5 has a dedicated microSD card slot used for expanding the storage, while the J7 Plus uses a hybrid SIM card slot for the extra storage. In terms of performance, the J7 Plus is equipped with a MediaTek Helio P20 processor with a Mali T880 GPU. The F5, on the other hand, has a MediaTek Helio P23 processor with a Mali G71 GPU. We have tested both smartphones' performances via synthetic benchmarks, and this is what we got. Checking out the scores that we got from the Antutu benchmark test, we can see that there is a 4K difference, which is a considerable amount to say that the F5 is better performing than the J7 Plus. The main difference of the Helio P23 from the Helio P20 is its minimum clock speed, higher modem, and its GPU. Speaking of which, in terms of gaming performance, the F5 still has the upper hand on this because of its Mali G71 GPU, which is the same as the GPUs of some flagship smartphones from last year. The Mali T880 also brings good gaming performance, but the former just has the significant difference over it. Now let's take a look at their cameras. The J7 Plus offers a 13 megapixel with an f1.7 aperture plus 5 megapixels with an f1.9 aperture dual rear cameras and a 16 megapixel with an f1.9 aperture front camera, both with their dedicated light flash. And for its dual rear cameras, the device features live focus, which allows you to take photos with artificially blurred background. It has the usual camera modes such as Pro, Panorama, HDR, and Night. As for its front camera, the device gives you two modes to choose from, Wide Selfie and Night mode. And just like the dual rear cameras, it also features selfie focus with Beauty mode, which lets you achieve that bokeh effect on your selfies and adjust the blurriness to your liking. The F5, on the other hand, has a 16 megapixel f1.8 aperture rear camera with LED flash and a 20 megapixel f2.0 front camera with screen flash. Its rear camera also has the features like HDR, Panorama, Expert modes. There's also additional modes such as 2x digital zoom, watermark, and beauty. The front camera is the bread and butter of the smartphone since it has an AI beautification technology. This tech's purpose is to take selfies that detect more than 200 points on a user's face, including the eyes, cheeks, nose, and lips, to identify which parts needs enhancing, instead of using the standard face detection. What's good about both smartphones is that they have the facial recognition feature, in which users can unlock their device using their face. Heading to their battery performances, the J7 Plus carries a 3000 mAh battery, while the F5 has a 3200 mAh one. Upon testing out both smartphones in our video loop test with 50% brightness and volume, we found out that the J7 Plus lasted for 12 hours and 35 minutes, while the F5 lasted for 14 hours and 46 minutes. It is clear which one has a better battery performance. The J7 Plus runs on Android 7 Nougat with TouchWiz user interface, while the F5 is currently running on Android 7.1.1 Nougat with the ColorOS 3.2 UI. Let's have a quick mention of their unique features. The J7 Plus has a Samsung Bixby Assistant, which has recently appeared on Samsung's flagship devices such as the S8, S8 Plus, and the Note 8. The F5, on the other hand, has the AI beautification feature of its front camera shooters. With that, let's head on to a quick recap of what we liked in each smartphone. The Samsung Galaxy J7 Plus has a premium build, a dual rear camera setup, a decent selfie camera, and an average battery life. The OPPO F5 has a large 18:9 screen aspect ratio with full HD plus resolution, a better CPU and GPU performance, good rear and front cameras, the triple card slot, and an above average battery life. The common factor that we didn't like about both smartphones is that it only has a starting 32GB internal storage and micro USB port. The Samsung Galaxy J7 Plus is priced at 19,990 pesos, while the OPPO F5 is priced at 15,990. In our opinion, however, the price of J7 Plus is a bit too much for a mid-ranger. Now we have laid out our thoughts on both smartphones. Which would you like to have? The Samsung Galaxy J7 Plus or the OPPO F5? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel for more content. This is Kim from Yugatech, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.